Good evening, Glassboro, and welcome to RTN News. I'm Andrea Rosari.
And I'm Owen O'Brien. Coming up, events on campus, musical success, our weekly weather forecast, and more on RTN News.
Welcome back. I'm Andrea Rosari, and this is RTN News. Billboard has named Rowan University as one of its top music business schools. They say that we have a robust science and business program that allows for students to tailor their interest to a specific interest. A professor at the music institution named Matthew Gendro adds that the recognition of the program reflects their commitment to nurturing creativity and innovation.
On October 22nd, the University Senate convened for their second meeting of the semester to discuss a variety of important topics, the most important of which were concerns about Rowan's expansion. The Senate is not happy with the lack of transparency from McKinsey & Company, who has been working with Rowan to expand the Rowan Global Online Initiative. Additionally, the lack of advisors to accommodate the influx of new students was also discussed at the meeting, and the Senate hopes to have solutions for these problems soon.
The Princeton Review has once again recognized Rowan University's efforts to environmental awareness. They noted that every school on its Green Colleges list was committed to making active strides to lower carbon emissions and adopt practices that were environmentally sound and help make a difference in the battle against climate change.
One of the ballot initiatives for this upcoming local election is the proposed rerouting of Route 322. The result of the vote would not hinder or accelerate progress on the project, but is simply there to gather public opinion on the subject. The other question on the ballot is whether to build a passenger rail line to run through Glassboro, something that's seen as a necessity since nothing like this currently exists in town. Coming up next, we have Brian Flynn with our weekly weather forecast.
Thanks, Owen. I'm the face of our forecast, Brian Flynn, and I'm bringing you this week's weather. Today, we finally got the slightest bit of rain with some sprinkles that came through this morning. Besides that, we're hanging out with an abnormal 79 degrees with some gusty winds. Due to the winds and how dry it's been, our local forecasting office has issued a special weather statement for an increased fire risk until the evening. Tonight, clouds from earlier in the day have completely moved out, allowing for clear skies. Temperature will be dropping down to a low of 44 degrees. Let's take a peek at the rest of the week. Temperatures this weekend will drop down to the low 60s, but you have plenty of sun to soak up. Clouds begin to move in for the rest of the week starting Monday, with temperatures jumping into the 70s for Tuesday and Wednesday. Wednesday also brings along a chance of rain showers. Checking back in on our drought conditions, we actually have broken a record with this. The record is the longest consecutive days with no measurable precipitation. The last day of measurable rainfall in Philadelphia was on September 28th. This means that October 29th marked the 30th day, breaking the previous record of 29 days. Interestingly enough, that old record was recorded 150 years ago between October 11th and November 8th in 1874. The difference between then and now is that they didn't have any trace amounts of rain at all. Looking at the drought map down here, you can see that severe drought conditions now cover the entirety of southern and central Jersey, with North Jersey hanging in moderate conditions. That's it for this week's weather forecast. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Brian. Next, RTN News field reporter Tristan Weber visited one of Rowan's favorite and most well-known events. Let's take a look.
Hello, I'm Tristan Weber of RTN News, and today we are outside at the Bunch Circle covering the homecoming pushcart competition. Let's check it out.
The pushcart competition is just one of many events being hosted this week by the Rowan SCCA in celebration of Homecoming Week. We spoke with Alia Albana about why events like this are important for campus and community life.
This is a really important event. We like to get to see all of the different homecoming teams come together, race around Bunce Green with a very nice, warm fall day. Late October, but we're good. So it's really cool to just see campus come all together. This is like one of my favorite events of the year, this along with Holly Bash for our department, just to see campus come together. This year's theme is Hearts of Gold, so it's really exciting just to see everybody get together just to get campus life all fun.
Today's pushcart competition provided students with a great source of entertainment and excitement during a busy part of the school year. Here's what student Christopher Otto had to say about the event.
They're putting on a great event here. We're having fun. It's all about fun.
The Rowan SCCA is a great way for students to get involved in the Rowan community with fun events hosted throughout the year. Be sure to come out this Saturday to their homecoming celebration and tailgate starting at 11 a.m. at Coach Richard Wacker Stadium. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Tristan. That's all we have for you tonight. Be sure to tune in next week for another episode of RTN News. I'm Andrea Rosarii.
And I'm Owen O'Brien. Good night, Glassboro.